we shot Undercover purely for YouTube. It went to Mnet first, but the goal was always it comes back to YouTube, it grows our numbers. From the numbers, we'll have a community to sell directly to these films.
So 2018 now.
Yes, this is 2018.
What happens next?
So now, as we're doing the business model canvas, we realize higher. Our business model at the moment is B2B, business to business, meaning we only sell our products, the shows, to channels, media stations. But for us, it was not sustainable because tulijiuliza tu maswali ngumu. What if Mnet closes today? Tunarudi tena ghetto? Haiwezi. So at that point we started toying, this is 2018, we started toying with the idea of changing our business model from being a B2B to a B2C, business to consumer. So how can we sell our products directly to Kenyans? Tulijita tu mkutano tuko, okay, tuko na duka, hii duka yetu we sell productions. At the moment, we only have one client.
Yes.
Who is Mnet.
Wow.
Mnet manze, huyu client wetu akashikwa na homa. Sisi kuisha. But if we are selling to millions of Kenyans, hata customer moja akishikwa na homa, ni sawa.
Wow.
So 2018, tukaingia groundwork. We were like, okay, now movies make sense. We can sell movies directly to Kenyans. This is 2018, tukaanza homework. Now, the history of filmmaking in Kenya is that a lot of the time you're funded by a corporation or an NGO for you to make a film because filmmaking is expensive.
One-day films, for example.
Exactly. Yeah. So, and because you're funded, you really never market and push your shows. So we started from the tail end. How do we profitably sell our films directly to Kenyans? Tukaanza, at that point, DVDs was still a thing. Kumbuka tuliendanga place fulani Mudhurwa. We went around the country doing research. Tulienda place fulani Mudhurwa. Your place, when you walk in, you won't know it exists. Because kuna stalls mbele yake zimejaa manguo. And then they open it's like Moses. They part the clothes. And then we walk into a segment where they had about was it 10 or 20 DVD shops? And so we talked to all of them. Thankfully, Jezi sura zetu zinajulikana. They were they gave us stats, so we're asking them, do you guys sell Kenyan movies? I said, tulete hangi. Wakenya uitisha, sana. Wakenya, every time wakikuja wanataka movies za Kenya. So what do they buy? Wanatukuongezi za Nigeria. We ask them, so how many DVDs do you sell in a day? As user, and like each whatever individual shop, on average about 200 movies a day.
Wow. Per shop?
Per shop.
It's 2,000 DVDs.
Yes. Selling them at 30 bob, 50 bob.
Wow.
We're like, okay. So the demand is there. So wacha to do research. Ya vile tuta nini hizi ma DVDs. Bro, we even got contacts in China. Unfortunately, putting a movie on a DVD all the way in China so that they duplicate and we get good quality. Before it gets here, the cost is like 157 shillings. So then you factor in marketing and distribution. And so unless I sell this movie at 500 bob or 1,000 bob, it makes sense. But we literally we're going around the country. We're going to even small towns in Nyahururu. We are talking to them. Si uko na hiyo kitu hadi leo. Si fuel gari tunasema haya. Rusha nini kwa map. Imeanguka wapi? Twende huko. Because in our head, the film and movie industry in the world generates billions of dollars. Why isn't it making money in Kenya? And doing our research, we realized, oh my goodness, Kenyans actually want our content. We cannot even satisfy the need for Kenyan films in this market. It's ridiculous. The only thing is, as producers, we are not shooting enough, and we are not marketing enough, and we are not distributing enough. So 2018, so again, learning business. Now I'm in class. Bro, before I make a move nowadays, I study it. So I'm like, okay. So
Market
now,
research.
Market research. So the other thing we learn in business is before you sell a product, first of all, create a community. Know where you're going to sell your product to. So 2019, we'll be like, so how do we build a community that we can then sell films to? We like, social media is here, YouTube is here. Let us license a TV show to help us offset the invest in a TV show, to help us license it to a channel like Mnet, but we own the IP. And then once the IP comes back to us, we put it on YouTube so that it brings us the numbers, and then from the numbers we can sell directly to them. That show became Undercover. Yes.
Yeah. It's so good hearing this version from the CEO. Leo, you're giving value.
Yes, so Undercover, we shot Undercover purely for YouTube. It went to Mnet first, but the goal was always it comes back to YouTube, it grows our numbers. From the numbers, we'll have a community to sell directly to these films. This is 2019.
Yeah.
And we shoot the pilot.
So you use your own, okay, you shoot the pilot, it's your concept, but this time when you go to Mnet, you are not selling IP.
Yes.
Wangesema wanataka IP yunge, adios muchachos.
Yes.
We will do this on our own.
Yes.
So you take it to them?
We take it to them, they love it, they take it up.
That's the one with Njugush and Abel.
Yes, Njugush and Abel. And then it's 2020, so that's the show that we are shooting and is going on air. Then COVID does the thing. So COVID, all these plans we had, me nowadays I don't even make 5-year plans.
That's another lesson, bro.
Yeah, because COVID, nowadays by the way, I make 3 to 6 months plans. Bas. It has taught me to be agile. So for the company, I know what we are doing for the next 6 months.
Yep.
Bas. Kwanzia hapo sijui tutajua tukiingia next year. So yes, COVID hits. Undercover is on air. So Undercover in our heads, we are like, let it run for the whole of 2020. 2021, we put it on YouTube. It starts getting us the numbers. Then now we can start thinking of shooting the film. So now 2020 has hit. It's COVID. The only thing we have a lot is time. And now our phobia starts coming true. Immediately, Uhuru announce that week, the only calls I was receiving were clients calling us telling, Phil, si hata umeona ile project itabidi tushikilie. Si hata unaona. So because we were not just doing the TV shows for Mnet, we used to do a lot of documentaries for NGOs. We used to do a lot of live recordings for guys who do conferences and events. Yeah. So now they're all calling, they're like, bro, we have to cancel that contract. So our fear, that fear we used to talk about in 2018, in 2020 it's being realized. Now it's real. We need to figure out how do we sell directly to consumers. Because having very few clients is not a sound business model. Thankfully, Abel did his thing. Bro, started telling stories.
Ukona serendipity style ingine. His thing is, it's not just thankfully. You talked about it in 2019 of building a community.
2018.
2018.
Yes.
You just didn't think that this community was going to be built through Mukuru.
No.
But you guys had already come up with this movie plan.
Yeah.
Your plan was just to use Undercover, sell it with production. You guys have your exclusive time.
Right.
Give it to us as we're going to still upload this Undercover on YouTube to get this community to then now sell them our movies.
Yes.
It's just that now COVID hits and your community is grown by flukes, literally.
Because we have a lot of time. So Abel does his thing. Does episode 1, episode 2, episode 3, we're like, Buddha. Tumekuwa tukisema tunataka hii community. Ndio hii. Imejileta. And that's why we put out Undercover on YouTube this year, 2024.
Hold on. Undercover is out on YouTube.
Yes.
Undercover is out on YouTube.
Yes, it is.
You know. No, the full episodes.
Yes, full episodes. And affiliate productions. Yes.
It is out on YouTube. Yeah. Let me tell you, when I brought Abel here, I put the teaser up. I loved that thing.
Right.
It's a Kenyan comedy.
Yes.
And I think it was done so well. But then the problem is, it's on Mnet, so I couldn't watch it.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that you guys were doing it for YouTube.
Yeah, but
so right now as we speak,
it's on YouTube.
On what channel?
The Philip Productions channel. Philip Productions on YouTube.
Philip Productions on YouTube.
Yes.
Undercover iko hapo.
Iko hapo hivyo.
Okay. I know what I'm spending my time on.
Actually, you shot Abel's interview on the set of Undercover.
Yes.
I remember the pink background.
I didn't know it was out on YouTube.
Yes. So anyway, so Abel does his thing, and finally, bang, here's the community. Again, 2020, because we had a lot of time on our hands, there's a gentleman who had reached out to us beginning of 2020. It's called Kenyan. He owns a company called Azahab. Azahab was running a lab, a tech lab, IT lab.